Over the last 10 years, I've been honored to represent Ward 4 on the City Council. A lot has changed in that time. I didn't have any gray hair when I started, and the issues facing our growing city have changed. One thing that hasn't changed is my commitment to put residents first. My job as City Councilor starts and ends with the residents. I strive to keep residents informed of what's going on and always be available to help with any issues they have. I take great pride in standing up for the residents of Ward 4 and across the city. That's what I'm here for. That's what this job is, and I love it. This legislative session, I've introduced ordinances to give Quincy residents a tax break by implementing a residential tax program where if you live in your home, if you live and own in your home, you get a tax break. And it's a tax break that rental properties wouldn't get. I estimate that it would be about $800 tax break for folks. And to pay for it, I propose that we change the way the city taxes large apartment buildings. Currently, an apartment building with 100 units pays the same residential tax rate as you, a single-family homeowner. I think they should pay the commercial tax rate that other businesses operating in the city pay. Some of these apartment buildings are owned by companies traded on the New York Stock Exchange. They shouldn't be paying the same tax rate as residents. They're businesses. I've also authored legislation that would require these developments to pay into a special fund to improve traffic and pedestrian safety across the city. While I don't think new development is the only thing that's led to our current traffic issues, it certainly hasn't helped. Under my plan, it would. It would create a fund to make things better at their expense, not at yours. Currently, any improvements we make to traffic conditions or pedestrian and bicycle safety comes from your taxpayer dollars. That should change. Let the people who are adding to the problems pay for the solution, not Quincy residents. I have been and will continue to be a strong advocate for affordable housing in Quincy. Now, a common misperception is that affordable housing is only for poor people. It's not. With rents in our city for a 2-bedroom apartment at over $2,000 a month, we are pricing Quincy folks out of Quincy. Affordable housing is just that, affordable. It applies to anybody who is making less than $72,000 a year. The people who fit that economic criteria are the people who make up the blue-collar backbone of this city. They are teachers, police officers, waitresses, construction workers. I'll continue to fight to keep Quincy affordable for Quincy residents. I was able to make changes to the downtown redevelopment district by requiring an affordable housing component be added to what has only been luxury apartments for the well-to-do. Now, the work I've undertaken isn't easy, and it shouldn't be. I've ticked off plenty of people along the way. You haven't sent me to the City Council to just go with the flow, and I sure haven't. If you've ever watched a City Council meeting, you've seen me asking tough questions and making people uncomfortable. My vote is your vote. I always do what I believe is best for South and West Quincy and for the rest of the city. That includes when I've voted against nearly $100 million in spending requests over the years. I've been as proud to vote against what I believe is unnecessary spending as I have been to vote in favor of things like the new Sterling Middle School, an improved Kincaid Park, flood improvements, and the revitalization of Quincy Center. My job starts and my job ends with the residents I represent. I am your voice in City Hall, and I think together we have a lot more to say. And I ask for your vote to send me back to City Hall for another term.